Hello the folks, it is TIJ Gang and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part number 35 of Season 4 and the start of the Home Nations Series. Our first match against Noppon Sangam in the third round, the last 32 of the English Open. So we'll play all of this today. It's a best of 7 frames. The magic number today is 4. Now, this is actually the first time we've got to the last 32 of the English Open since Season 1. It's been a real duck for us, a terrible tournament. Last year we went out in the last 64 to Mark Joyce, and in Season 2 we went out in the last 64 to Alan McManus. So when we drew Alan McManus in the last round, fair to say I thought, oh god, this can't happen again, surely can it? But luckily we got through it by 3 frames to 1. We also beat Jack Jones in the first round. And today, it's a tough draw in the last 32, most certainly. A player that, and there aren't many left, a player that we have never played against in this career mode is Noppon Sangam, ranked number 18. He's certainly a player that could beat us, given our run in the English Open in the last few years. And because of that, again, it's another opportunity, this tournament, for us to rise up the rankings if we go far. It's fair to say it's one of those tournaments that doesn't pay all that much unless you go far. I think you get something like 3,000 for getting to the last 64 or something, and you maybe get 10,000 for getting to the last 16. So it's not the biggest tournament. The check you get for winning this tournament is 70,000, but the more alluring part of this tournament is the fact, A, of course, it opens the Home Nation Series, but also there's a £1 million bonus for a player if they win all 4 Home Nations events. And I think in the form we're in, we can try and aspire to do something like that. But it's all one match at a time, all one frame at a time as well. Let's make sure we go and beat Noppon Sangam today. And luckily, we come into this match with a little bit of momentum. I know we went out of the European Masters at the quarter-final stage last time out, but we were 3-0 down to Mark Williams. We pulled that back to 3 each, but he did beat us in the last frame. So we're not playing bad stuff. As long as we can play more like we did in the second half of that match today rather than the first half, that should stand us in good stead. A few reds on here. This one over the corner pocket could do with being dispatched, but we'll get one on the board first. That's what Noppon Sangam went for. That's why he is so close to the red. Didn't quite work for him. Well, that's the first pot of the day. It's a match I do expect to win, but they are matches we've lost in the past. So that's why I'm showing this match today.
Playing this with a lot of power.
I tend to leave it till the last 16, but in the big tournaments, I think it's fair to come back for the last 32.
6.
Get this red out of the way, and then we can start to open things up slightly. Get the black into play a little bit.
7.
Needs a good blue here, but we are fairly straight on it. It's all about the angle of the position.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
Wonderful shot.
That's not too bad. That isn't too bad at all. Could have done with being a bit straighter, but again, it's recoverable from a position perspective. Play a bit of top so the cue ball doesn't go too far up the table. And of course, we are going for the black here. That's the aim. We can play this fairly soft and go for one of the ones that are near to the black cushion. I think we've gone a bit too soft though. This is going to be a bit of a tricky cutback here.
He's left that a little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
I agree with that.
20.
Be a good shot here to pop the red and get on the black. I don't think we can. And there's some part of me that doesn't really fancy that. But we have got a shot to nothing on here. With the red up to the yellow pocket. We won't leave much on. We'll probably cannon off the one red, but we won't leave much on.
He's tempted by this red.
If we miss this. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Close, that is unfortunate. We do unfortunately leave the one red. I didn't think we'd have that much of a cannon off it, but it's gone well for Noppon.
1.
And it was just our bad positional shot off the black. We needed a little bit more pace to make that comfortable.
Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
4.
And after, you could argue, the perfection of the China Championship, it is easy to criticise when we make a mistake, but it's never always going to be perfect. If you get in and win in one visit all the time, I mean, A, it's boring for you guys watching, but B, it just doesn't happen. You have ups and downs, it's inevitable. Trying to open that black up again because he did block his route to it by putting the red right by it. But that black is now open again for business. Good player, Nopon. Played very well in the World Championships earlier on last year.
18.
Incredible to say last year now, isn't it? Just about lost out to Mark Selby, I remember. It was very close though. Nopon played well. I think it was Sean Murphy he beat in the first round. Fully deserving of that. Only a safety here from Nopon.
Nopon Sangam, 20.
Sangam apparently is how the referee's pronouncing it, but I think it's Sangam. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme, does it? I've butchered players much worse than that before, the pronunciation of their names. I hope you guys are enjoying the series though. Looks like the viewing figures are all fairly consistent, which shows us a nice consistent base of you guys watching, which is great. And if you are enjoying, of course, make sure to leave a like. There is a half chance here. It's a bit of a risk, which means if we're going to go for it, we need to go it for it.
He's taking the red on.
Full hammer and tongs. And the red's there.
He's got a real chance here.
And that is a decent split. I think all of the reds available to at least one pocket, which makes our job a bit easier, but believe me, that we can still muck it up. But this is the best chance yet in the opening frame to register a lead. I'll tell you what I've just done like a prat. Well, I think you'll know what I've just done. Subconsciously, I've played for the black. I told you we could mess it up quite easily. What a tool.
Well, it goes.
Tough pot,
Half
this.
chance.
But it's there. It's okay.
Beautiful pot.
And we do get on the black, but that was really a stupid shot. It can happen. Well, I'll say it can happen. You're all thinking, oh, God, why has he done that for? But at least we've recovered from it. It wasn't a disaster. But yeah, we need to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Nicely done.
14.
I have done that a few times, though. I think Jack Lazowski did it the other week, but actually he didn't just play for the black. He actually potted it. Well, it was the red. It was the other way around. But Jack Lazowski actually potted two colours in a row.
15.
Probably hear the dog in full vocal performance down the garden. So apologies if you can hear that too much. Bit close to the cushion, this.
A bit awkward here.
But seeing as we
22.
think the correct term is stunning this through, but I like to use the word pushing it through. We're okay. I think that a bit harder than we wanted to, but it's worked in our favour. Black coming off the cushion. Could do playing this just a bit aside. Might not need to though. If we can get an angle without side, it would be nice, but it doesn't look like we are, so. Need to be careful we pot this. Not look at the position too much.
That's a shocker.
And we've just committed the sin that I've just spoken about.
Neil Robertson, 20.
Should have just potted the black and maybe had a trickier red, but we're all greedy when we get to the table. Try and make the most of the break, and we got good position on the red.
1.
And that is a bit frustrating now,
3.
because I can't see Nopan Soingam not taking this chance.
4.
I guess stranger things have happened though.
He's played that very well.
Good
with
pot.
the rest.
12.
You can kick yourself really, can't you, with these sorts of opportunities. As I alluded to, we could easily have probably cleared up, but we didn't.
This needs to be played at the right
All
pace.
because we were more focused on position.
17.
That's a shocker.
But Nopon has messed it up as well.
Knock on saying.
But as he left us a chance, he's got away with it. He has got away with it as Nopon. So let's just try and play safe here. Surely not.
He's fortunate there.
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Tried to play the safety. Well, can you believe that?
Tricky shot here.
And we're forced into taking the pot on here. And we've got
What a
it.
shot he's pulled out the bag there.
That
No
was a
more than
crazy
knock
shot.
chance.
Wasn't just a double, it come off two cushions.
Ideal position.
4.
He's aiming for the left corner.
Strange how those sort of things happen sometimes.
In it
But it
goes.
has given us a good opportunity, whether it's a bit of luck or not, to take the frame.
6.
But ultimately, both players have made mistakes. The only thing that
He's
counts,
only
much like
six
in
into the
football,
right corner.
cricket, most sports, the thing that matters the most is the scoreline at the end of the match, the frame.
Really good.
9.
And with this Brown, we take a 1-0 lead.
a
Tough
brown
pot,
one
but I
now.
think we've got it. And it's
That's an
there.
Absolutely outstanding pot.
That should be it.
A
No
bit
real
fortunate
way
with
for
that
the
red, we
opponent to
really
win the
were.
frame
But
now.
as I said, it didn't really matter
13.
because we'd have probably been safe anyway
Aiming to sink this into
behind the
right
Brown.
corner.
Probably just would have prolonged the frame a bit more. And obviously given Nopon more of a chance. But a bit of a scrappy frame there. We've come out the better player. I think we'll probably look to improve our game next time out. But the crucial
More than
part
half a
is,
chance here.
a little bit like I did say earlier, is that
Well,
not every frame is going to be one visit, century break, bang.
This is very important.
We need to become more adept at these scrappy frames. And that's something I think we're doing a bit more now. Albeit you do rely on your opponent to make a mistake. But when he did there,
And now the frame
we
is
cleared up. Bit of luck involved, of course. But we now lead this match best of 7 by 1
Yes,
frame
played
to
well
0.
in that last frame. I think he'll be looking to push on here.
I think the brown just about covers the
Yes,
red, but I could be
he's
wrong.
taken the pot on.
No, you can see it. He's taking it on. And he's missed it. He's opened up the reds. Bit of fortune involved there. Has to be said. With how those reds have split.
Well, that's very surprising. Forced error like that.
That maybe wasn't the best shot to take. Tried to play with some topspin to get onto a colour. And again, it's that whole greed idea again. I think we can definitely criticise ourselves for that.
1.
Because from Nopon's mistake, it's going to be Nopon who makes, you would have to say, a sizable break here. Well, maybe not. This isn't easy.
Well, he's looking at
You
potting
fancy
this
him
into
for
the
it,
right
but
corner
his
pocket.
long pots weren't great earlier. Good shot there, though.
That's not what he was hoping for.
Good pot, certainly. The position wasn't great.
Great cueing.
Good shot on the blue, though.
10.
Opens up the reds a bit more, and now the table is more free to go at. But would you believe that? He's missed the yellow. After all that hard work,
11.
playing the good shot to get on the red, play the split. He did the one thing that becomes a problem in this game, and he's missed the pot. what's our look like? It doesn't look great.
1.
Well, can you Adam and Eve it?
He's taking on this
Come all
pink.
around the houses here. Nope, we've
No,
missed the
Not
pink.
this time. Close, but a
And
miss
this is just a
nonetheless.
comedy of errors from both players.
Neil Robertson, 1. 1.
The misses are flying in all the time.
Well, not the shot he was aiming for there.
7.
Not too sure about that shot though. Just a safety. This is unbelievable.
Knock on Sangam.
Never seen both players so poor in a frame. And there's nothing easy on here. But a safety is, well, tough from here. But if we can screw back to where we are now, you would suggest we would be okay. All depends where the red we played ends up. Can he see anything that he's going to go for here? We'll soon find out whether we've been a complete melt and missed something.
He's attempting to get the white.
Nope,
tight
just
on the
playing
cushion.
safe. Well, he's touching ball there. But you have to say, it's Nopon who's made the big safety mistake.
He's taking on the long
Left
red
us quite an
to the
easy
corner.
starter. And after the opening exchanges, hopefully we can take some advantage here. Get some reds potted and, oh, I daresn't say it really, get a grip. This is a tough angle. I'm just seeing, is it right on the cushion? Is there scope to move this? Yes, it's not right on the cushion, so it's okay.
Not easy.
Not on the cushion, so there's enough room to pop this, and it's there.
What a tremendous pot.
3.
We've got to keep our focus here, because there's some awkward shots that we've got to play probably here.
Going for the left corner pocket. Excellent shot.
4.
Pink doesn't go, so it has to be one of the bulk colours. Oh, brown, I think, just about passes the green. Need to be
Now,
sort of
can he
towards
drop
the
this
right hand
into
of the
the right
pocket,
corner?
though. But it's there, no problems there. And
Top
probably the
shot,
cannon on the
well
yellow isn't going to hurt us too much. Again, this is one of those frames where we are chasing the cue ball around the table. But that is potable. It's good cueing here.
So, this pot into the right corner.
No problem with that one.
No issues there.
And with this blue, I think we can probably stabilise things a bit with the blue. We can choose our position a bit more freely. That being said, it's not easy. Blue's there. And we have got position. We've got a choice, which is always nice. Never nice being forced into one shot.
Now, can he drop this into
Got to
the
pot
right
this,
corner?
mind you. It is missable.
And in
It's
it
there.
goes.
Now we played that with too much pace, but it's okay. Could have done with it pulling up for the green. But brown to
15.
black pocket is achievable. But if we miss it, we do leave an opportunity. I can't believe we're only on 16 points, by the way.
Well, that's just
Felt like a lot more work than that.
Superb pot.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect. He's nicely onto the brown.
Should be able to start
20.
going a bit more now,
For
though.
the left corner here. Well, an excellent pot.
Simply wonderful.
25.
He just wants
drop this one in.
to drop gently into the pocket.
That could have finished a little better.
It could have done, but it's okay.
He's playing the pot.
Let's leave a
here.
bit of a tight angle on the next red, but it should be alright.
Shot.
Yep, that's more than
Playing
fine.
very well here.
32.
Try and get the black back on its spot with this shot. Next up.
Nicely onto the black.
33.
Then one of these reds should go. The one on the closest to the pocket, I suppose, should be okay. And as soon as you pop one, of course, then the other one becomes open straight away. I'm going to play with some screw back though here, just to make sure of getting position. And it's there. It's not bad at all. Should be able to pop the pink from there. Lead by 24. There is still the red further up the table, of course, which I think is the one we're probably going to go for. Can't afford to overhit this. We have underhit it slightly. It's not the best angle in the world, but it's
47.
okay. So this red and a colour,
I can't see any problems
and
here.
it should be the frame. Going fairly safe here. I don't think the blue passes, so we will go for... No, it doesn't, so we'll go for the brown, can we? I think that green is still in the same position as earlier. We saw it passed, so we're okay. Doesn't confirm the frame just yet for us, but we do need that red, but you can only come in tie from here, and that's a good pot on the brown. We're okay on the red. Should be potable.
52.
A bit of a scrappy match so far, but this should
Required here.
put us 2 frames to the good.
That's a great pot.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
53.
So a good start here. I think you'll excuse me clearing the colours just to get a bit more confidence.
59.
And if the next frame goes well, then we have got a good chance of
Just the colours left now.
winning this game fairly quickly. But as we've
What a
seen
top
in
pot that was.
a few of our previous matches, it ain't over till it's over. According to Jason Mohammed, apparently Lenny Kravitz sang that one. Must admit, I'm not really in touch with Lenny Kravitz music. I know Fly Away, but that's about it.
68.
But if Jason Mohammed says it's right, then I'm not going to go against him.
High quality striking required here.
Stroked it in. Great shot.
73.
Pace is critical here.
Certainly getting more comfortable at the table.
79.
And if we can play better than Nopon, then we've always got a chance. And with that black, we clear the table with a sizable break of 86. And we take the second frame.
And the frame, Neil Robertson.
And that is the frame.
So Nopon to break in the third.
Third frame, Nopon Sangam to break.
Fairly cautious break, but as you can see, there is a red on.
Plenty of power.
And the red's there.
The opening red.
We've got a good split on the reds. We did play that with an element of safety. And to be fair, we probably would have been safe.
1.
Long pot. Right up his street.
Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
He looks very sharp at the moment.
And this is the sort of shot that does plague us sometimes.
This is a tricky one along the cushion.
Hasn't done that time though, we've played that very well.
7.
This is a chance to open up the reds again.
Lots of power on this shot.
We've got the split, but where's that red going? Well, there's always the chance. There is always the chance. Hasn't happened to us very often lately, but there is always the chance
Nopon Sangam.
of getting the cannon and one of them just slipping into the pocket. And this is a good chance. As we've said before,
1.
it's a good chance for Nopon to make this 2-1. It's just unfortunate. It's the sort of thing that can happen. And if we played that a bit softer, you could say that perhaps it wouldn't have dropped in because it only just about dropped in. But
Extremely well
if you
here.
start nitpicking about that sort of stuff, you'd never play a positive shot at the table again. For all the reds that are open, there's that horrible cluster of 4 that have formed around the pink.
9.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
But Nopon, well, it's fair to
Nopon
say, hasn't
second.
really been on his
No.
game at all today. You'd have thought by now that he'd have took a chance like that. But he hasn't.
Careless shot there.
And we haven't either, you know. That was a shocker. It was a tricky shot. We actually put more angle into it than
He's
I
going
initially
for
thought we
the right
needed.
centre pocket here.
we're not at our best.
1.
But where does the pot come from after the brown? You have to play some screw back, and he's done well.
5. 6.
No more than half a chance here.
And he's missed the green. This is
Not on saying.
really shocking stuff, has to be said. The best thing for us to do here is just play safe. And the problem was, because we overhit that, we hit the red on the cushion, and that has given them opportunity.
Played that better.
If we'd applied that at the original pace, we'd have missed that red, and we'd have been up bulk. Because we hit
Well,
that red.
that's a surprise.
Well,
Bad miss.
you know the saying, missing... Well, is it a saying? I don't know. But missing definitely encourages more missing, and
Tough shot coming up.
it's definitely a phrase for Nop on there. But a good red. And
What a
this, I
great
know I've
shot
said it a
that
few
is.
times, but this really now should be our chance for us to go and win the frame.
1.
Thought we were up against a good player in Nop on, but he can't seem to get in and have a comfortable break. And I think until he does that, he'll be still playing these
Pop this into the left corner pocket.
opportunistic pots, if you like. That's gone way too far.
That was a strange choice of shot there.
5.
I guess there's a case of whether we can cut this red in.
He's
We'll
looking at
certainly
this
go
red.
for it. As thin as possible.
That's a really
it's
good
dropped.
split, and this
What's
is
our
very
luck going to be like? Because anything can happen when you whack the reds round the table like that. And a bit of fortune, admittedly, but it served us well.
6.
Be stupid to play anything other than the yellow.
well played.
8.
If you're against a top-class opponent, the likes of Mark Williams, you're 3-0 down by this point, aren't you? I would say. At least 2-1, at the very least.
9.
You don't have to be at your best all the time. You can only beat who's ahead of you. And that, by hook or by crook at least, is what we're doing at the moment.
He's playing for the right corner here. Nicely done.
15.
Just play the yellow to make sure of it.
Just wants to sink this into
Our
the
potting hasn't
left
been
corner
marvellous
pocket.
today. And maybe if we had a bit more confidence, I'd have played the blue. But sometimes you just think it's not the best. Not a terrible angle here, but again, it's not great. This is the problem when you play topspin. Yeah, but this red will go to the top corner pocket.
He's taking the red on. So close, but he's missed it.
Well,
That'll annoy him.
maybe another ill-advised shot. I don't know.
Neil Robertson, 17.
We're definitely not playing our best game here. But that wasn't far off.
Needs to take this chance.
But luckily for us, Nopon just cannot pot anything. Give ourselves every chance here by playing this one
Tricky shot
soft.
coming up.
We've done it that time round.
What a magnificent pot that is.
Position looks pretty good to me.
Said it a few minutes ago. I'll say it again. Sometimes you only have to beat who you're up against.
He's taking it on.
Well, you can only do that.
That's
And that at the moment is what we're doing.
Position looks very good here.
Because Nopon,
He's played that very well.
I can't remember the last time he potted more than maybe 2 balls in a row. I think it definitely does encourage the other player to, not encourage, maybe the wrong word, but it does force the other player into other issues sometimes, into more issues if one player's playing badly. Definitely fall asleep a bit more if you know that your opponent isn't really going to take the chance you've afforded him.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
11.
I overhit that one slightly, which makes things a bit awkward. So we're going to have to go for the black here. The blue, sorry.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
Not the best position on the red, but because of the angles there, we couldn't really get perfectly on it. Tricky pot
He's
now.
aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Nope, we've missed it. But we knew if we played it at some pace, we might have not left anything on. But an unfortunate cannon on the black. I think where it was originally would have been okay. But can you believe it? Can you Adam and Eve it?
Well, he's taking
can't
it
pot
on
anything.
to the left corner.
Really, a player is bereft of confidence.
That's a top shot.
Don't think I've seen a performance this bad ever from a player inside the top 32. Just cannot pot anything for Toffee.
Lost the cue ball a tad there.
That was a poor shot though.
8.
Surely we're not going to do it again.
Oh, that's a top quality
Oh,
shot.
Jesus.
Not easy at all.
Oh, well.
Well, it
There are
goes
some games where
by a
you're
chance.
begging for the gods to be on your side. But today, there is someone watching down on me. There is someone looking down on me even. That's unbelievable. It really is. Can't pot this brown, so I'll just try and play out of the bulk. Not quite behind the pink, but I think he'll concede. He's 33 behind with 22 back.
Neil Robertson.
Remaining, actually he's 31 behind, sorry.
Frame.
And this, at 3-0, should just be a case of finishing the job. Maybe he might do
Frame.
something that we did against Mark Williams, have a bit of an epiphany, start to wake up, but it's a long way back. But whether it's a best of 5, a best of 15 or a best of 25, the winning line, the finish line still counts and you've got to get there. And that, I think, is a bit unfortunate, you have to say. For Nopon Signgam. To leave the red right over the pocket. Anyway, that's more bad fortune, I'd say, than anything else. Don't worry me, though.
The split looks good to me.
Play a split. Bit different to what we might usually play because of the angles we had to go
8.
with topspin into the reds. Which makes it a bit more awkward. Might as well play this with pace. And you can play something with as much pace in the world sometimes, but isn't necessarily going to mean you're going to get the pot
9.
or the position. So, tricky shot here.
The rest makes this a little more difficult.
But it's there. Excellent shot. Really good recovery shot.
Well played with the rest.
We couldn't look at the position at all there. We just had to focus on getting the pot. A pretty good one at that.
17.
And that shot is definitely an advocate for saying, well, go for your shots. You never know what might happen. Could say, well, it was lucky, but
This is really tricky.
we've done it a few times now, so we've obviously got a knack, but that is just falling to sleep. That was an easy shot.
Neil Robertson.
Would
17.
definitely be effective. We've definitely got the knock-on syndrome today. We're not potting what we should be, but miraculously we're still 3-0 up.
1.
I wonder if he'll start playing better now because he knows this is really the last chance.
3.
Give us another one and it could be all over. You just can't believe how, after we played a brilliant shot on the black, how we missed that pink. Doing all the hard work and then forget to pot the one that's fairly straight.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
10. 11.
This is more awkward than it needs to be.
Into the right corner.
He's way off there. He's way off.
Knock on Sangam. 11.
Well, you do wonder whether he was playing safety to an extent there because there's definitely no position from that.
Impressive shot with the rest.
Oh, wow.
1.
We've played a few speculative shots today, I agree with that. But my God, I didn't expect that one to go in.
A lot of power.
Excellent pot.
Try and open these up. We hit the pink. We cause a bit of a rumpus, but well, it'll do. There's still a pot on, but it's not easy.
5.
So I think on this occasion we ought to say, we've had our luck. Let's just take our luck and run. And again, not the best safety shot, but crucial thing is there's no
Neil
pot on.
Robertson, 5.
He's going to miss those. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the worst performance I've seen from a top 32 player. And do you know what? He's got away with it. He's got away with it. That is unbelievable. It really is. Wasn't expecting the cue ball to go there. Need a bit of help from the green or the yellow, and I think we've got it. Yeah, red doesn't go. Was not expecting the cue ball to react in that way to that.
Well, this is building up to be a really interesting test of their safety skills.
See where this one ends up. You know, a bit hard, and that was going to go into the pocket.
That's not the best shot I've seen.
Right, what can Noppon make of this now? Again, no easy pots on. Well, he's got the pink, actually. I missed that, but no wonder I missed it, because it wasn't on.
Knock on Sangam. 1.
This is, well, this is astounding.
Well, he's taking it on.
Come on, Robertson. Good
What a
shot.
Fabulous pot that is.
That's great cue ball control.
Let's make sure this is the visit that we go and win it at, because,
1.
yes, Noppon's not playing very well, but it can change very quickly.
7.
Every opportunity they can grow in confidence, not that Noppon can have any less confidence than what he's got at the moment. Where's the cue ball going?
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch.
No, the
Would've
cue
wanted
ball's
that under
absolutely
better
fine.
control, really.
Cue ball's absolutely
8.
fine, Dave. Don't you worry about me. I was going to play the black, but surely there's only one shot to play here where we can get good backspin.
Beautifully done.
Great technique, superb cueing.
14.
Last two games have been very strange, haven't they? Very peculiar. Looks like we're going to get through this one.
15.
It's not all over yet, of course.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Things get a bit complicated after this next red.
Great cueing.
I wouldn't say
21.
that was great queuing particularly. We've run out Our position's just slightly there.
This looks pretty simple.
$22.
We've got the angle on the pink here to go into the reds. Looks like we have.
Aiming for the centre.
Big
pocket
shot
here.
this. Got to pop the red. Got to pop the ball first.
Neil Robertson.
We're definitely being too quick today.
One.
Playing way too quickly.
Well, that's an unforced error, and it could cost him.
I was just about to say. Surely Noppon takes this
Playing
chance.
hot here.
He's had plenty of them today.
That's well played with the rest.
But unbelievably, he's not took it. And a very strange match once again. But this time it looks like we're going to be comfortably the victor. Make sure we pop the black.
Just this black required.
And it's there. We're going to be through comfortably to the last 16 of the English Open.
That should effectively remove any idea
Not the best quality of snooker on display, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We just need to come back for that last 16 and play much better than that. It's not often you win 4-0 and say you were awful.
This is tough.
That's a beauty.
But really, we had no challenge today. We made plenty of mistakes. We weren't really on our game, and we've come out of this winning 4-0.
Just the colours now.
I'd love to see the points difference.
17.
Because we've not been flawless, but we've certainly potted a lot more than Noppon has. I wonder what his longest run of pots was. 5, 6 balls maximum.
This should be pretty straightforward.
We've had our luck along the way, sure, but sometimes you need
24.
that.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. Brilliant. What a magnificent pot.
Just 2 balls to go on the table.
Doesn't
And
want
the
to
last
hit this.
16, I didn't say this at the start, the last 16 will be the furthest we've ever got in the English Open. Because in Season 1, when we actually managed to get to the last 32, we lost against a little known player called Yan Bingtao. Wonder what he's doing these days. But we clear up with a break of 42. It was a strange old match, but the scoreline doesn't lie. And we've comfortably got past Noppon Sangam. We're through to the next round. 90 points from Noppon. I mean, we've played, I'll tell you what, there have been matches where we've played really good snooker and not got a high break of 86. So it's funny how that stat can be manipulated. But we'll be back on Wednesday for the next match. It's another best of 7, I think. And once again, we meet Stephen Maguire in the last 16. Should be a good match. We've got a good record against Maguire. Let's see if we can do it. And if we can, we're through to the last 8. If you guys enjoyed that, leave a like down below. Also, remember to subscribe for free Snooker 19 videos a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday at 6 PM. I thank you for your company today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.